Champions know adversity. It's coded in their DNA. But when that defining moment arises, champions embrace adversity, then seek to conquer it. We are Jaguars.
Scholars.
Warriors.
Family. Champions.
And this is Southern.
No, we played, well enough to give ourselves a chance to win. I just think the difference is they made the plays down the stretch and we didn't. I think important possession, all of them are important. I think we were up two with probably about 50 seconds left when we came down and had a miscue and turned the ball over. And we talk about we turned the ball over. Let's make sure it's a pass that's too high, too short, and not just a blank turnover. And we had that possession to kill some time. That made it help a little bit. But other than that, I thought that we executed our plan pretty well.
You talked a little bit about this after the game, but your ability to get Keith Davis involved consistently on the offensive end, are you starting to get that inside presence you were hoping for?
We're working on it. You can't answer that question until you play a couple of games and see our consistency. And not only him, but Frank a little bit more, and also giving Jared a couple of more touches on the inside. We moving him over some to the 5 instead of just the 4 all the time. And so, but Keith and Frank are the primary two. And, we've been putting a lot of emphasis on that in practice. And, only time will tell how consistent we are at that.
So what are your points of emphasis going into Saturday?
Well, this is a game that's, you throw away the records. I think people tend to look, you look at Grambling and say, well, they're not doing as well, new coach and all, but this is a rivalry basketball game. And I do think that they have, their first 5 players are pretty good. And I think if you don't go in there mentally prepared, I think we'll be physically prepared, but I just want to be mentally prepared. Then you can let yourself for a letdown. And so our thing is about getting better. I think if we're going to grow as a team, I think this will be an interesting game and go see how we perform against a rivalry team like Grambling.
So prior to the season, you talked about this being an opportunity for opponents in the SWAC to take advantage of our situation, considering all that's going on. But what do you think Saturday's game was able to do for your team in terms of sending a message to the rest of the SWAC that you still have to play tough against a tough defensive Southern team? Well,
we're going to, I think that it states that, we're going to play our style of play. We're going to be tenacious. We're going to be a very tough-minded defensive team. But I also think that it gives us confidence of knowing how good we still can be through this rebuilding time. At the end of the day, we might not be as talented in certain areas as we'd like to be, but we definitely hard working.
Talk about Traylon Banks and what he's been able to do as far as adding an additional scoring punch to kind of complement Adrian and Trey, where you have games where they may fluctuate, but Traylon has been very consistent this year.
I think he's an underlying consistent plus for us. I think that he plays as it relates to the other guys. He is a guy that's really a combo guard, more probably a point, and we play him at the 2 some, but he can make plays. He's our guy that can create a shot for himself and create for others. And the shot clock going down, a lot of times we're going to put it in his hands to create a shot for himself or someone else. I just think at the end of the day, he's really, growing into being the player, probably underlining a little bit of his team along with Adrian Rogers' team a little bit. And I just think that he's growing into this young at his sophomore season, growing into being the player that we look forward for him being for the next couple of years.
What's been the most surprising thing about the player Jared Sam and how he's been able to contribute to this ball club in his first year?
To me, it goes without saying how important it is to recruit from good programs. And he's been able to come in because of, you know, what he went through in high school as well. He has a tough skin and a toughness about himself. And those guys from his high school have shown that all the players that they've gone somewhere else. And I think that has allowed him to come in and compete very well. And we need him to continue to get better. I think he is the diamond in the rough that has really helped us get to where we need to be at this point in the stage of this game. You know, after losing those guys, you kind of really didn't know where it was going to come from. He's not the greatest offensive player, but he's the greatest glue guy that we have right now.
See a little wrap on Traylon's knee. Is he okay?
Banged up a little bit, and you know, I think that with he and Hyder, that I got to, you know, he's a guy that's his game. You know, kind of tough, grinding, take a lot of hits, get to the rim for us, and I got to kind of probably, if I'm gonna be smart about it, watch his practice minutes. I know I like to get at it a lot at practice, but you know, I got to take a little wear and tear off of him as well.
But he's okay for Saturday.
He's okay. He's okay.
Everybody's okay.
Everybody ready to go. Trey Lynch ankle still kind of bothering him, that old injury, but he kind of set out a little bit yesterday, trying to get him ready. I thought that his ankle really hindered him a little bit in the Texas Southern game, and he's not complaining about it. But I kind of gave him a little time off yesterday as well, and try to see can we get him some reps today to get him ready for Saturday.